Hey, this is Misha Mansoor from Periphery, and in this column we are going to be switching to a 7 string. We're going to be tuning down a little bit to A flat, drop A flat to be precise. So it's as if you took a 7 string and you drop the whole guitar down a half step, and then you further drop this to be A flat. You got a nice little octave there. Still get those power chords. It sounds positively huge, in my opinion. And with our 7 string stuff, we really tend to focus a lot more on groove rather than the more notey 6 string stuff. So the perfect song for this would be our song Icarus Lives. And I mean, like, the working title for this song was even Groove Central. So you could see, like, it was kind of a sort of conscious focus of this song when I was writing. And it really just all started with me jamming on this groove here, the main intro riff, which is, it's a simple 4/4 riff, but just with interesting syncopation. The accents are in interesting places, which gives it a little bit more, flavor. So here's how the riff goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it right there. So basically what's happening here is I was just sort of jamming around with these notes, like I always say, I jam around these moves, and like it's really just, you got a lot of bends that gives it that sort of bouncy feel, I feel like. And those are the basic notes that you're working with. I don't know if that's in a particular scale or not, but it does sound kind of dark. And it's really just playing around the beat, And that sort of set the mood for the rest of the song. So you'll notice, like, a lot of the riffs in the song do sort of follow that feel and follow those sort of syncopations, to give it that bouncy sort of feel. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're playing that riff, you really want to pay attention to the bends, because that really is probably the most important part of that riff that may just get missed on first listen. And it is about, hitting on this 7th fret, the 3rd, and the 4th. Those sort of, like, not even a half bend, just like slightly out of tune, just bending a little. And, like, it wouldn't sound the same if you just went. I feel like it has so much more life if you have those. And that's just kind of like a way to add a little bit of color. Not always, like, you may just have a really out-of-tune sounding riff if you do it. But in certain places, it can really add to the feel. And also, if you think of that in terms of syncopation, like, sort of like bending into the beat, So that's just a cool little trick and a cool little thing to pay attention to in that riff. So the verse riff of the song, very much like the intro riff, is very much based on syncopation. And literally with this riff, what I did was I just played to a pulse, just to a metronome, until I felt like I had something that, like, grooved just right. And this is sometimes how I write a lot of my riffs, is, just I have my moves. And in this case, it was actually really simple. I really just wanted to focus around the octave and the root. And I just added in these notes at the end for flavor. And I just wanted to groove around that, really. And, like, what came out, what ended up being the best take, and what I ended up going with was this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the riff right there. And as you can see, like, there really is, like, a lot of beats that come, like, right after the beat or right before, like a 16th note before or after. And I wouldn't say that's necessarily an intentional decision, but that was just kind of the feel that I had in my mind. And this just goes, with the whole concept of just sort of flowing with, like, a general idea rather than sort of writing out some, like, arbitrary pattern. Just try to feel it out and, like, fine tune it, do a bunch of takes, and like, you know, you might like that beginning part, but that end needs a little work, and just keep on doing takes until it's just right. And that's how that one ended up. 1,